Welcome back to the today's class. Today we are going to see about flip-flops. So flip-flops is a sequential circuits which are being used in digital circuits. So flip-flop is a circuit with two stable states that can be used to store binary data. The stored data can be changed by applying a varying input. Flip-flops and latches are fundamental building blocks of digital electronic systems. So, regarding flip-flops, these electronic smaller circuits are made up of gates. These gates, which forms the flip-flops, are being used to store the data in its memory. So, these flip-flops are being used in digital circuits and digital electronic systems to have a representation of a data or a bit to be stored for further purposes. The basic difference between a latch and a flip-flop is gating or clocking mechanism. So in case of a latch, you may know that the latch has no clock pulse, whereas the flip-flop has a clock pulse. So the difference between the latch and the flip-flop is flip-flop has a clock pulse, whereas the latch doesn't. Flip-flops are edge-triggered devices with applied clock signals. So if you want to work with the flip-flop, the clock signal should be provided to the flip-flop, and the clock signal is edge-triggered, which represents the clock should vary from the lower to the upper side. So it should from 0 level to the higher level, and at the edge of the higher level the flip-flop will works. There are four types of flip-flops available in the digital electronic circuits. So the first type is the SR flip-flop, the second one is the JK flip-flop, the third one is the D flip-flop, and the fourth one is the T flip-flops. So these are the four types of flip-flops available. On comparison with the flip-flops, you may see the SR flip-flop has two inputs and two outputs, as well as a clock signal as input. You may see all the four flip-flops will have the clock signal. Without the clock signal, the flip-flops is known as latches. Okay, if there is no clock signal for the flip-flop, then these things are known as latches. Similarly, for the JK flip-flops also, you are having two inputs and two outputs. And similarly for the D and T flip-flop, you can see there are only one input, and here also you are having one input, but there are two outputs. Here in all the flip-flops you may see Q and Q bar. Here also Q and Q bar, Q and Q bar, and here also you can see Q and Q bar. These two are the inverted output. If you have value of 1 in the Q, then the output will be inverted in Q bar and represented as 0. So this is the inverted output of Q. First we will be see about the SR flip-flop. This is a simple flip-flop circuit, has a set input S and a reset input R. So set is active, the output Q would be high and the Q bar will be low. So once the set input is given high, at once the signal in the Q will be high and the Q bar is inverted, so it is low. So the logic SR flip-flop diagram is constructed with the help of a NAND gates. Okay, so you may see there are four NAND gates, and these NAND gates are connected as shown in the figure, and there are two inputs S and R, and another one is the clock signal which is driven into the two NAND gates in the input stage, and there are two NAND gates in the output stage where you are getting the output of Q and Q bar. So Q will give you a output which is the representation of set and reset pulses, and Q bar will give you the output of the inverted output of the Q value. This is the truth table of SR gate, SR flip-flops. So you can see the clock signal should be 1, and if the clock signal is 0, the SR flip-flops will not work. Okay, So these clock signals represents the working condition of the flip-flop, and these are made up of edge triggered devices. Here there are states. So these two represent one state, and these two represent another one state, and these two represent another one state, and these two represent another one state. So S and R are known, it is the input, and you know Q is the output, and Q plus 1 is known as the next state of the SR flip-flop. What happens when other input, the next input is given, then what happens to the Q value? This is the present Q value. If after the second pulse is arrived on the clock signal, what will be the Q value? So this is the next state. Here you can see when the set and the reset pulses are 0, the Q value is 0 and the next state of Q value is 0. Similarly for the next stage, you may see when both the set and reset pulses are 0 and the Q value was made to 1 before the system is being generated to 1. What happens? The next state will remains 1. So in set and reset, if both these things are 0, what happens? The level is maintained. When the set and resets are 0, then the Q value which is present here, or the Q value which is saved here, will be the same in case of set and reset is 0 in case of the clock pulse is driven. Similarly, in the next stage, you may see the set values are both are 0, but the reset values are made to be 1. So in this stage, you may see the next stage of the flip-flop is being resetted to 0. In case of 0, 1 and Q is 0, you may see the next stage represent it is 0. And similarly for the second state, that is the 0 and 1 state, if the Q value is 1, but in the next stage it is resetted to 0. Similarly, if you take these two things, you may see 1 0 and 1 0. So here the set stage represent 1, okay, and the reset stage represents 0. In this case, once the set stage is represented to 1, what happens here? The Q value, which is the present state, is going to be changed into the set state, that is 1 is going to be applied. In the next level, if already the present stage is 1 and the set state is present, at once the input will remain in the set state for a longer period. And in the next stage, you can see both the values S and R, both S and R all 1. So in this state, it is known as the undefined state. So in this state, the values of the next stage may change independent of the other states. So this state has a major disadvantage of SR flip-flop. So this value of the next stage Qn plus 1 cannot be found because it changes as it is represented by the previous stages. And next we are going to see about the JK flip-flop. This is a simple flip-flop circuit has a J input and K input. JK flip-flop is the modified version of SR flip-flop. Due to the undefined states present in the SR flip-flops, another flip-flop is required. So in this case, you may know that in the SR flip-flop you are having undefined state. So this should be rectified, and this rectification is done with the help of a JK flip-flop which is designed in the earlier stages. The circuit diagram of the JK flip-flop is shown here. You may see the JK flip-flop is also constructed with the help of a NAND gate, but the only difference of this JK flip-flop is the output of the flip-flop is fed back as an input to the input stage. You may see this is the input stage of the NAND gate and this is the output stage of the NAND gate, and you can see from the output the input is being used. This means the feedback is given back to the input stage. So Due to this process, the undetermined stage present in the SR flip-flop is being eliminated in the JK flip-flop. The circuit diagram has two inputs. Okay, you may know the two inputs are J and K, and the two outputs are Q and Q bar. The operation of JK flip-flop is similar to that of SR flip-flop, and the truth table is shown here. For the truth table, you can see the JK values and the present state and Q bar value and the next stage value. In this case, you may see when both the inputs J and K is 0, the Q is 0, and the next state of the Q is 0. So this represents when both the inputs J and K is 0, then the previous state, that is the Q state, remains same in the next state. So there is no change between Q and Qn plus 1. So it is 1, the Q is 1, Qn plus 1 is also 1. If Q is 0, Qn plus 1 is also 0. So J and K doesn't change, so that Q and Qn plus 1 doesn't change. So in the next stage, you may see the next two possible inputs, that is 0 for J and 1 for K. So in this next possible inputs, you may see when 0 and 1 is applied, here the Q value is 0 and Qn plus 1 value is 0. And similarly, the Q value is 1 here and the next state is 0. So you may understand that if the K value is being set, what happens, the next stage of the flip-flop is going to be resetted. If K value is set, at once the next stage, this is the present state, you may see the present state, there are two values, one is 0 and other one is 1, but the next state you may see the two values get resetted to 0. In the next level of input, you are having the next two values 1 and 0. Here J value is 1 and K value is 0. So in this stage, you can easily compare the present state of the two things are 0 and 1, but the next states of the Qn plus 1 stage, that is the next stage, is 1. So if J value is set to 1, at once the next state of the JK flip-flop is 1. And the last stage is nothing but you are going to apply both the values to 1. So in SR flip-flop, you are having an undetermined state if you apply both the values to 1. But in this case of JK flip-flop, what happens here, the value in the present state is inverted into the next value in the next state. So if the present value is 0, but in the next level it is inverted to 1. Similarly, if the present value is 1, then the next state is inverted to 0. So this is the basics of JK flip-flop. The next flip-flop you are going to see is the D flip-flop. D flip-flops are insensitive to the change in input D, except for active transition of the clock signal. The circuit diagram of the D flip-flop is shown in the following figure. So this is the circuit diagram of the D flip-flop. The circuit has a single input D. So this is the single input D which is fed into the flip-flop, and these are the two outputs Q and Q bar. So you are having a single input into the flip-flop and there are two outputs from the flip-flop. The logic diagram of the D flip-flop is constructed with the help of AND gate, NOR gate as well as NOT gate. So these flip-flops have three gates involved. The truth table shows the state table of the D flip-flop. So in the D flip-flop you may see the output of the present stage as well as the next stage is same as that of D. So what happens, if you fed the value in the D state, the same value is going to be output in the next state. So D flip-flops can be used as a buffer with the clock signal is also provided. D flip-flops always hold information which is available on the data input D of earlier positive transition of the clock signal. So this can also be used as a delay for the other sequential circuit. So if you want to add a delay between the two sequential circuit, the clock signal is properly designed so that on every next interval, that is the next positive transition of the clock signal only, the Q value is going to be changed. So these flip-flops, the D flip-flops, can be used to hold or store the memory of the data, so that the slower devices which is being interconnected with the faster device can be very well made to work. The next state of the D flip-flop is always equal to the D state. So from the table also you may state that the present state Q is equivalent to the next state Qn plus 1. The next type of flip-flop is nothing but the T flip-flop. The T flip-flop is the simplified version of the JK flip-flop. So in case of a JK flip-flop, you may have the same sequential circuit diagram, but the only difference here is you are going to apply the only one signal for the JK flip-flop. It is obtained by connecting the same input line T to both the inputs of the JK flip-flop. So you may know this is the one input and this is one input. So it may be J input and it is K input. Both the inputs are connected together and you are going to apply only the T signal to both the inputs. It operates with only positive clock transitions or negative clock transitions. So the positive edge triggered or negative edge triggered. Only the operation is based on the clock signal. The circuit has a single T input and two outputs Q and Q bar. So you are having only one input which is T and there are two outputs which are Q and Q bar. The operation of T flip-flop is same as that of a JK flip-flop. So both the T and JK flip-flops are same. Inputs of JK flip-flop is same. You may see the J and the K are short circuited so that J is equal to T and K is equal to T. In order to utilize the modified JK flip-flop for two combinational of inputs, the state table is shown here. You may see the both states of the T are 0. In this case, you may see the transition between the present state and the past state when it is same as that of 0 is here. So once it is 0 in the present state, and if the clock signal is applied, so in this case the next stage will get 0. At the same time, if the present stage is 0 for a longer time and another clock signal is applied, then at this time the transition from the 0 state to the higher level state is being seen here. Similarly, for the one condition, when T is set to 1 here, the transition from 0 state to 1 and 1 state to 0 can be clearly seen in the truth table of the T flip-flop. So today we have seen about the characteristics of 4 flip-flops which are SR, JK, D and T flip-flops. These flip-flops are being used as memory units in digital logic circuits and several digital applications. Thank you.